Hello, everyone. I'm Ryan Miller. Welcome to the comment section. And we have a new concave mirror effect that we're trying out right now. Look at my sheep. But we have a great show tonight with my friend, Ryan Montbleau. We also have Matt Hagen with Whether You Like It or Not, the Mosaic Band. Please give it up from your couch, on the internet, in your cozy little homes for Ryan and his new song, Perfect. Take it away, band and Ryan.
As far as I can tell, you're perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect. So okay, you're not perfect, but still. Men are supposed to be strong, and women are supposed to be perfect, and you're perfect, as far as I can tell. And I know you shine a different kind of light when you're not around all of these strangers. When the sun goes down and the moon is at its brightest, I know how an attitude changes. Believe me, I do. Still, I think you're perfect. And I know you're not perfect. And that's what's perfect about you. I need to get to the gym so I can get strong, so I can meet a lady who's luscious and long, and we can take pictures by the sea while the red sun sets so perfectly. But I look into the mirror now and what looks back, 5 foot nothing with 40-ounce abs. I do my work, but it might take long, and I can act like a jerk when I don't feel strong. And I know I feel a different kind of right when I ease up on expectations. When I'm in my underwear by refrigerator light and I forget about all of my graces. Oh, I'm a sight to see. And I gotta work on my core. And I sort of dribble when I pee. And apparently I snore. But I'm perfect. And I know I'm not perfect. And that's what's perfect about me. perfect messed me up. I'm not gonna lie, for so long I just beat myself up and held myself to where I never could be. And it took a good shrink to point it out to me. And he helped me with my head and he helped me with my sight. And I'll tell you what he said that turned on my light. He said, if things don't have to be perfect, it's a lot easier for them to be right. And I know we shine a different kind of light when we realize we're not in danger. Do your work, try to get it right, but take it as an education. We're all still in school. Sit up straight and try not to drool, 'cause you're perfect. And I know you're not perfect. And that's what's perfect about you. You're perfect, and no, you're not perfect, and that's what's perfect about you.
All right, you got it, Mike.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of our show, the comment section. What a joy to have my friend Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
Montbleau. Is it Montbleau?
It's in French it's Montbleau, but in American English that becomes Montbleau. So my family has always said Montbleau.
Montbleau?
Yeah.
Oh. My first question. We're welcome. We have 17 questions with Ryan Miller. And my first question said, I'm pretty sure your name means Blue Mountain in French. Am I correct?
I think so, although the E-A-U-O means water, so it could mean like kind of Blue Mountain water, something like that.
Oh.
It could have a water thing in there. Because blue in French is bleu, which is EU, but mine's E-A-U. So, yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah, you're right. So I'm incorrect. So
well, Blue Mountain is not incorrect, but it could have
It's
something
all
to do with water.
we
too.
got to go fast. Okay. When was the last time you read a poem?
Pretty recently, I think. I read the ones in the New Yorker sometimes, and man, I'd like to think it's like more recently than like college, which was like 20 years ago.
There's no judgment here. You recently said the love song you wish you'd written is Crazy He Calls Me by Billie Holiday. Do you have a breakup song that you wish you'd written?
Too many breakup songs. It was hard for me to think of a love song that I liked because
Oh.
I like it's like so many breakup songs. But there's one by Deb Talon called "The Darkest Season." That's such a perfect.
Who is the artist?
Deb Talon, who's half of the Weepies.
Oh, I know about Weepies, but I don't know about that.
Deb is like, she made like brilliant, and she still makes like brilliant solo records, and she had solo records before the Weepies. She was around Boston years and years ago, but she's like one of my heroes. But she has, The Darkest Season. The last few golden leaves are clinging tightly to their branches, like they don't want to let go, like they don't trust what they don't know.
Wow. Chills.
Did I just read a poem? No, that was lyrics.
That's poetry. Okay, you're streaming from your house? Like
Yes.
throughout the pandemic? Pretty regularly, right?
Yeah, every Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, any what's the best part about going to a gig in your house every Friday?
The commute is pretty great.
Okay.
And it's pretty awesome. I mean, in that way, like the pandemic's been amazing. Like I don't have to go anywhere for the first time in my life. Like we were talking about, it's like this is the most I've stayed put in 20 years. So it's pretty nice to just be done and like leave the stuff there, and then I just leave the gig and I'm in my kitchen.
So what's the worst part about having a gig in your Friday every Friday?
The fact that I'm in my house and I don't get to go anywhere, and but also like the silence in the room. But I got used to that. You say a joke, nobody laughs. Like it's not, you don't have anything to bounce it off of so much, except for maybe some comments. You see some emojis in the distance.
So on the live stream tip, where is your live stream happening? Like what platform?
It's on my Facebook page and my Instagram page every Friday at 8, and then we archive them to YouTube later.
And is it a paid thing or?
No, it's like just free to watch every Friday night at 8, and I put up my Venmo, my PayPal, and split the donations that come in with a different charity every week. And it's really been really nice for everybody involved, including me.
That's wonderful. How many Ryan Montbleaus would it take to kick a panda bear's ass?
I don't know. Those things are big, man.
I know. I mean,
Why would you kick a panda bear's ass? They're so
well, I
cute.
know, but I saw a panda bear today when I was writing questions, and I was like, oh, I wonder how many Ryans
You
it
saw a
would take
panda bear?
to kick
Like
a
a
panda
real-
bear, but like not a nice one. Like say he was infected with like a virus that made him mean, and he was gonna it was like self defense. Like how many? And you could clone yourself. How many of it do you think it would take? How
I
many
mean,
of
I'd
you?
like to think not that many, but I think a good 7 to 9 of me probably to because I don't,
I think that's a good. I
Yeah.
would say 7 to
You
9
know,
of you, and maybe
it's
like
a bear.
15 of me.
Yeah.
Your parents have been married for 50 years.
Yeah.
What is their secret?
I don't know, they just keep driving each other nuts and rolling with it. They're I don't know actually. I mean they love each other a lot and they're like they honor their commitment to each other and they're I don't know actually. That's a really good question.
We don't have time. We have you.
Hey, let me call my mom.
You hate the nickname Rye Guy on a scale of 1 to 10.
Ooh, depends who's saying it. I'm kind of rye guy. I'd say like I give it like a 3 or 4.
Wait, one is
Like-
you don't really hate it at all, and 10 you hate the guts
Oh,
out of it.
hate it. Then it's like a 6 or 7. Probably.
Ask me.
6.5. How,
10.
Right.
How would you like to die?
Chill out, rye guy. No, sorry.
How would you like to die?
How? Are you,
You can skip it.
Is
but
this a
I-
serious
I
question?
don't- yeah, it's a real question.
I mean, it's not every day.
It's not like
How
not
would you
when, but
like to die?
In what method would you like die in your sleep, or would you like to jump out of an airplane, or having sex, or playing guitar, or whatever?
Yeah, I think dying in my sleep, surrounded by those I love, would be nice.
How old were you when you first got your heart broken?
Man, my first girlfriend, when I was in 5th grade, Tara Winstanley.
What's
And,
her middle name?
Her name was Tara Winstanley.
Oh, it's a good name. I was going to ask you for the name because your first heartbreak always has a wonderful ring to it, no matter what it is. I'm so glad you volunteered that information. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
go
I was
on.
pretty broken up about it. I remember I would go sulk in the playground at recess and just longfully walk mournfully in where people could see me far away and be like, I'm sad. And
Did
then
that work?
No, but I mean, I just feel like that sort of thing has continued in my life where now I'm on stage singing sad songs. But look at me. Look at this. Sad. I'm
Look at me
sad.
now. Do you have anything you want to say to Tara right now?
I hope she's doing well. I think I'm assuming she got over it, but no, she did. She seems cool.
I wish we could wish we had the technology right now that we could just Google her up, see how she's doing. You've played on cruise ships.
Yes.
What's your favorite part about playing on cruise ships?
Well, like on Jam Cruise or something, when all the musicians are just there, it's like it's like a festival times 20 where people just can't leave. They're just there, so everyone's there, so they might as well jam together. And just the things that you see of it's like people all. I mean, I hate to throw around the word quarantine now, but it's like people quarantine on a boat and they can't go anywhere, so they have to play together. And I've seen some amazing walk into a jam room and it's like John Schofield and George Porter Jr. and Lonnie Smith or something. It's like what, just crazy stuff. So that's my favorite part, I think.
Do you have a guitar chord you're enjoying these days?
I've been practicing piano more than guitar, so it's like I bust out the guitar for my live streams, but during the week I'm playing piano more. I'm trying to learn that. So
Are you taking lessons?
yeah, taking lessons and
On from a YouTube or from a person?
No, from a person who I found at the beginning of the pandemic, just quickly, he was teaching lessons and he knew who I was, and it was quickly at the beginning of the pandemic, everything was just really raw, almost post 9/11, people helping each other out and just very and there was just this quick oh, I'll take piano lessons from you, and I've just been taking them from him ever since. And it's
You're
been
taking
really-
weekly piano lessons?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
You're having a productive pandemic.
I mean, thank God for that. I mean, it's really I try to practice an hour a day on that, and it really just having something that I'm pretty much continuously doing is kind of saving my life.
That's wonderful. What do you miss most about being? What do you miss most? I don't know really. I'm just improvising right now, and that's not a great question. So what do you
Whoa.
miss most? But if you could go on the road right now, where would you go? If you were just okay, go tour. Where would you go? What's your first stop? You got a time machine. You don't have to drive cross country. You can just go. Go play a show. Where do you want to go?
That's a good question. I mean, I got to play in Hawaii before. That would be nice.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. But there's I don't know, there's like little club, like I hope to get to see the Blue Door in Oklahoma City again, and all these
Yeah.
little or there's certain gems that it's more about that venue than it is about the town, maybe for me or something.
I hope those clubs are open.
Me too, man. Me too.
Do you know if you lost any clubs that you hold dear in your heart? Do you know if any have gone down in the midst of all this?
I know nothing that's like so close to me like now that I'm like, oh my God. But I mean, I've heard of some tragedies. There's a few smaller ones in Boston that have gone down, and I don't even know. I'm kind of It's like,
Yeah, I haven't been keeping
it's gonna be
track.
really sad to kind of see when the smoke clears, like what is still
know.
standing.
When it all.
And
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Okay, this is our 17th question. I have no idea if we asked 17 questions.
Oh,
But this is number 17. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you asking, Ryan. It's I'm good. In some ways, it's been a nice change, like we were saying, like to not be on the road all the time for the first time in 20 years, and I live with my girlfriend and her daughter, and I bought a house, and I have like a home life for the first time in my life, which happened to coincide with all this. And I feel like this in some ways sped up that process of us really doing that. So on a personal level, like I'm pretty good. But I'm also messed up too. Like it's a roller coaster, man. It's like just hard to, you can't plan for anything. It's I don't know, man. I do feel really fortunate though. Like I feel like I'm in a good place and good enough to try to help other people, and the sun will come out tomorrow and we'll be back doing the things that we do. But I don't know, this is a game changer, man. Big, huge, monumental, universal shift going on.
Monumental shift. Do you have any closing words to close up our 17 questions with Rye Guy?
I'm going to go take a monumental shift.
And now, Matt Hagen with the weather. You like it? Or not?
Good day, weather enthusiasts. I'm Matt Hagen, your local whether you like it or not man. And today, February 16th, 2021, is Mardi Gras, the parade of parades, the carnival of carnivals. But this year, it won't be raining beads because of the general climate all over the world. But still, we'll celebrate down in Mardi Gras, New Orleans, Louisiana. So the forecast for New Orleans, Louisiana for this particular Mardi Gras is a few clouds moving in overnight, but not enough to cover up that waxing crescent moon that will be visible until 10:28 p.m. Well, let's do our own celebration by chewing the fat on this Fat Tuesday. Like Meow the cat, the world's most obese cat, weighed in at a solid 39.6 pounds. And how about the fattest city in America? Mission, Texas. It has seen tremendous growth in recent years. Let's go international to the fattest structure in the world, which is the Great Wall of China, coming in at a whopping 116 billion pounds. This just in, I've got mail. Today's electronic mail comes to us from Mr. Colin O'Leary of Burlington, Vermont, and he asks, can you please explain what a frostquake is? A frostquake is when ground is saturated with moisture, say rain, and then freezes very quickly, expanding so where the ground around it and the rocks crack, making boom-like sounds. I'm one to accept that, but what I like to accept more is that a frostquake is actually when a duck is really cold from frost and can't pronounce the short A in quack, thus coming out quake. And maybe you have a question about the weather, and you can reach me anytime you like, just like Colin did. And you can reach me anytime you can email me at anytime you like @gmail.com. I'm Matt Hagen, your local whether you like it or not man.
Great job, Matt. You're really good at the weather. Anyway, here's our friend Ryan with tonight's Captain, featuring Ryan and the Mosaic Band. Sheep, cow.
Tell me the story, how you came here by the sea. Describe your journey to me. Tell me about the ways you could not get it right. I'll be your captain tonight. And though the stars don't stay in place, they run a predictable race. But you don't need to worry or take flight, for you're a shining star, perfect exactly where you are tonight. Tell me about the waves that crash down left and right, tall as buildings, dark as night. Tell me the glory days were more than they had seen, heroes and villains, kings and queens. And when the stars don't stay in place, they run a predictable race. But we don't need to worry or take flight, for we are just shining stars, perfect exactly where we are tonight. Show me your worries and we'll send them out to sea. Lay all your troubles on me. And don't you be sorry for the ways they blocked your light. I'll be your captain tonight. And when the planets get in line, they say that we'll feel it, then we're fine. But are we also separate from that light? Or are we just shining stars, perfect exactly where we are tonight? I'll be your captain, oh, tonight. I'll be your captain. I'll be your captain tonight. Oh, tonight, yeah, yeah, tonight. I'll be your captain. I'll be your captain. Oh, tonight, oh, tonight, hey, hey, tonight, 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 tonight.
So let's start with a story. I really would like to hear a version of your Bob Dylan story.
The Bob Dylan story. It's 1985. We're going to see Bob Dylan and Tom Petty tour. My friend Bob, his father, worked, or had a friend actually, that worked at the Hartford Civic Center. All we had was a parking pass that you could park down in the belly of the Hartford Civic Center, and that is where the artist parked. I didn't know that whenever I'm 20 years old or 18, so I'm 18 years old. And we go to the show, and we are actually leaving the show, walking down the hall. This guy is walking towards us, and just that moment happens. I'm sort of staring at him, and my head turns as he walks by, and I say to my friend Bob, I'm like, Bob, that's Bob Dylan. It's Bob Dylan. So I immediately turn around because I don't know what you're not supposed to do yet, and I'm sort of speeding up my walk, and I'm like, Mr. Dylan, and I kept on walking, and he's not stopping, and Mr. Dylan, and I keep on going towards him, and now I'm kind of trotting. I'm trotting towards Bob Dylan, and I'm like, Mr. Dylan, Bob, and he stopped, and they turn. I'm running at him, and I sort of stop, and he looks right at me, and we have amazing eye contact, and he looks at me, he's like, I don't know you, suck a dick. And I was like, oh my God, he talked to me. And I said to my friend Bob, he talked to me. And that's the Bob Dylan story. That's it.
It's a pretty good story, Dave.
Yay! Sheep, Cloud, week 3 of the comment section. We had the Mosaic Band. We had Ryan Montbleau. We had Matt Hagen with Whether You Like It or Not. And we were so happy to have you, and we can't wait to see you next week. With the Fisheye Lens outro. Sheep, Cloud, sheep. Ah! I'm trying to convey joy here. Did the joy come through the internet? I really hope it did.